Hey, what's up, guys? Wasn't able to shoot yesterday. I got all ready and I went out there, and my wife recently got a new flock of chickens, and it was threatening to rain yesterday. So she left the chickens in the garage, and I figured they'd probably have a heart attack if I were to shoot. And I didn't think she'd be too happy about that. So, right now I'm out here exploring other options for procrastinating on this shoot. I was just trying to see if I could find if there was something wrong with this batch of babies. I don't see anything wrong with it. Uh, maybe there were just two bad babies in this batch and it's already gone through it. I don't know. We're going to try it again. I'm going to put a little bit more silicone oil on these babies and we'll go from there. We're going to give it something easy. This is a failed print of a vase. Now we're only going to be using what, 550 psi, whatever we were using yesterday that 10K worked with. Now you wouldn't think that that would be very powerful. It seems like it is, and I'm trying to figure out why that might be. And perhaps it's all tied in with the same thing that makes it hard to feed. The higher the fire rate you go and the more pressure you add, perhaps it's tied in with you have a certain amount of pressure in the system, and it'll only work up to a certain amount of pressure given your motor strength, rate of fire, and pressure. But maybe all that is one value. So perhaps once you reach that threshold where everything's just maxed out, your pressure might not really have that much of an effect on it. I don't know. That seems like a stretch, but it seems like there's something else at play as far as power, because it doesn't seem like it should be this powerful at this lower pressure. I really don't know. Um, if I can't find out, I'm definitely going to pass it on and ask the owner what he thinks when he gets to playing around with it. Alright guys, I had some technical difficulty with the GoPro. I haven't used it in many years since you guys were complaining about it. I couldn't link it up to my camera, so I don't really know exactly what it's pointing at. Hopefully we'll get something useful from it. Before I let you go, I've got a few final thoughts. I didn't even think to look at the counter. I just haven't paid attention to that in years. What I did do was I went, while I was editing, and I timed the burst, and it was something like 7 seconds, 6.25 seconds from the time it started to the time I heard it starting to skip where it ran out. And I just guesstimated, thinking I should have thought this through a little bit better, but I didn't. I'm just guessing that I had about 700 BBs in there, probably less thinking about it, but what that came out to was 112 babies per second. And we should be getting 166. Now we've got the startup time where, I mentioned day before yesterday, there's no way around it. And this 700 BB number that I just pulled out of my butt. So as far as feel, it felt like it couldn't run any better. It just felt great. It felt way better than 8K did back in the day. As far as power, it's not very powerful. What I was talking about earlier might have a little tiny something to do with it. The closer you get BBs together, the less air they have to move through, because they'll be creating a low pressure zone in their path that might be playing a factor in it. It does feel like it's a little bit more powerful than it should be. Certainly when you're shooting it, but when you're actually looking at the BBs, they don't have a ton of power. I mean, that's just a trade-off that you're going to have when you get way up to 10,000 rounds a minute with, a modified Blackbird hopper. Lube. That may have been the issue besides that one BB the first time for the jam. I kind of doubt that entirely. I bet there was another bad BB in it the first time we tried it. But this is what I coat the BBs in. It's, that's what it is. It's 100% silicone lubricant used for treadmills. So I am done, and you cannot imagine how burnt out I am on this entire thing. I am so done, and I really don't know where it's going to go from here. This whole deal with Russia's really got me screwed over, but like I said in a few videos back, if you really want to build, if you want me to do a build for you, there is a way. So I don't know, we'll just have to see where we go from here. I've been studying up on Mesh Mixer, and that helps me fix 3D printable files, but I haven't done much with the CAD program yet. It's daunting to think about being the only person in it and not wanting to deal with other people as far as partners, because I've just been burned so many times, and you guys already know I don't like people. I've gotten pretty cynical about the whole thing along the way, and dealing with something as complex as this, and having Joe Schmo just think that he can pick it up and it should function flawlessly without any knowledge on his part. It's really frustrating. It's not that simple, and there's a lot that you need to know about it, and I believe that takes away a lot of the magic. And I've tried to do my best over the years to convey exactly what it is. That's why these videos aren't grandiose. They're just explaining to you to try to make you understand that it's probably not what you think it is. I could make videos just destroying stuff, high power, and have a video, a complete YouTube channel on that. But no, I mean, when you guys start wanting this, you need to know what you're in for. And there have been some times I've enjoyed it, but I am so burned out. All right, guys, later.